In this week's Parsha of Vayakhel-Pekudei, Bezalel is picked to build the Aron, a temporary dwelling place that would house Hashem's Shekhinah. Now, Bezalel was no regular architect. As we can see from his name, he was called Bezalel Kel, in the shade of Hashem. Bezalel's prototype was designed to reflect Hashem, and that is why he was chosen to build the Aron. There is a story of a man who came to the Baal Shem Tov with a vase, and the Baal Shem Tov looked at this vase and said, "I can see from this vase that the Creator had no feet." Lo and behold, the vase was put onto a table, and the vase could not stand properly. It fell and then shattered. It is said that the Baal Shem Tov was able to see all the thoughts and actions of a person through their creations. What does this mean? When someone uses their creativity and they compose a song or paint a picture, they are not just expressing their creativity, but they are embedding their creation with their essence. When we look at a painting or piece of music, we don't really focus on who the person behind the creation is, but in reality, the thoughts, the energy, and the consciousness of who the creator is goes into the thing that he is creating. Sometimes we feel drabby, lethargic, or negative, and we seem to be doing everything right. We are davening, we are putting our best foot forward to be our greatest selves, yet something seems off, and we are not sure why. That's when we need to recognize that it's not just matter that impacts us. It's not just about what we look at or listen to. It's about energy within the things we are connecting to that may be impacting us negatively. If we are listening to a gorgeous song, but the creator of the song is nasty, then his energy gets embedded into that song, and you get impacted by that negativity, although it's unconscious. You're just left feeling drab, sad, or plain uncomfortable. That's what happens when we start to absorb negative energy. This can also happen around people we interact with. Oftentimes, we internalize other people's negative energy that we really don't want to absorb, but without consciously making that clear commitment to separate ourselves energetically, we can really become negatively affected by just being in the presence of negative or unhealthy people. Who we are, our level of consciousness, is directly embedded into our creations and into the spaces we take up. The beauty of Bezalel was that his essence, his consciousness, reflected the thing he needed to create, the Aron, a house of Hashem. Bezalel was someone that embodied Hashem within himself, and so he was the perfect person to create the physical space that was designed to carry Hashem's Shekhinah. Who Bezalel was and the creation of the Aron both reflected the same energy, the energy of holding Shekhinah, the energy of a space for Hashem. We need to realize that all we do reflects who we are, and yes, unconsciously, no one may know the ins and outs of what we choose to do or think, but the energy we create from our behaviors and choices impacts everything we touch in our life, from the expression of our creativity to the raising of our children and all interactions we have with people. There is no such thing as hiding our essence. Essence and who you are infiltrate everything you touch. With this awareness, let us recognize the awesome power we hold in impacting everyone and everything we meet. Let us take seriously the thoughts we think and the actions we choose, because the sum total of how we think and act will follow us like a blazing trail, touching everyone in its wake. Who we are and the things we create are one. What we want is to allow the energy we exude, which is a reflection of who we are based on the thoughts we think and the actions we make, to build, nurture, and imprint holiness and a greater consciousness on those that we interact with. With this awareness in mind, let us recognize our influential power and take seriously every thought we think and every action we choose, because its influence over others is guaranteed.